Hey guys, this is TALKThemeParks. I am Matt, and today I am joined by Mike, Luke, and James.
Hello.
Hello.
There's lots of big news stories in the news at the moment,
Is there?
And for once, all of them, a lot of them, are based in the UK.
Ooh.
Okay.
Start with your favourite one.
All right.
All the favourites.
Well, I suppose the main one is that we've known now for a long time that Thorpe Park's building a dark web, which of course we now know is called Whitechapel 16 or WC16 for short. But
see, I never liked that code name because WC also means water closet.
Could well do.
So if the ride is shit, it's already been kind of hinted that it's going to be shit.
Well, that leads on to the conversation actually, but.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were going to mention that.
The closet. He's out the closet.
We've been looking for ages. Not much has been going on, just lots of groundwork. But finally, we've seen some vertical construction over the last few days as the metal structure.
Did you see Dean's photo? Did he send you it, or he put it on Facebook or something?
It's all over the place. You can see it everywhere. It's like you can, you'd be on the moon.
Yeah, but he went on Nemesis and took a sneaky photo on the left hill.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, where is it? He sent it to me.
Hats off to the man taking pictures on a ride.
I won't mention his second name again because Thought might listen.
I don't think they'll listen.
I've seen a picture that someone took from the lift hill of Storm Surge, but it's not that fast.
That's the one.
So.
I tried to see it from Storm Surge, didn't work.
That's the picture, everyone.
Oh, there is a link in the Skype for the benefit of the listeners. And
Hello, construction.
It's a bit of metal piping with an arched pipe and some things going on.
Yeah. So far, the building suggests to me there is lots of arched building support. I don't know whether this is just here to help the scenery or it could be a hint.
Yeah, that'll be to hold the walls up inside so they're at the arch over. So it's going to be like a tunnel. There's going to be a tunnel.
Walls,
yeah, there's going to be like a tunnel sort of effect going on inside.
So what do you guys potentially think the wide might be?
We've had a whole 5 episodes on this question. But
we can answer it again. It's fine.
I don't. Yeah, I know we can, but it's like I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait because they said when me and James went to the Towers Times and South Parks meet, the Rising Attractions manager said they're going to do a lot of things to throw people off and confuse people. A lot of things. They're going to throw things at you.
You sure he didn't say it to throw you off?
Well, he might have done, yeah. But what they said is they're not going to run a general advertisement campaign. They're going to mix things up.
The last big edition of Merlin threw lots of things at you.
What, Smiler?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a lot of things. Someone accidentally saw a bit of image early, spread it, and everyone thought it was going to be called the Inoculator. But it wasn't really Alton Towers who spread that.
They knew it was going to be called the Smiler from the start. Because when they had half of the track up, and they did the Blue Peter special. Now, I don't know if you've seen that, but it was it was in the snow. They were supposed to be filming in the snow, when it snowed. And they said, they went into the office there, and they said the ride is called the Smiler. And this was before anybody even thought of the Inoculator. So they knew it was going to be called the Smiler, right, before construction started. So where the Inoculator came from.
It was some guy on Towers Time.
Well, this is what happens. See, this is a problem. You can speculate and you can start rumours. But if you start something that's shit, then people start to think, oh, it's going to be shit. Right? It's not right. Because people get a different idea of what the ride's going to be. If it was called the Inoculator. I mean, we were trying to figure it out, weren't we? How is that going to sound good? Oh, I'm going to go and ride the Inoculator.
It's not better than this. I would have preferred it to be called that.
I actually do wonder what's going to happen to the Smiler.
I don't mind to call this new ride Whitechapel, because it's actually a pretty cool name. Or the Whitechapel Experience, or whatever it's going to be. You don't
Whitechapel Express.
Has anyone seen the
could very well be
advertising a mini site that's recently appeared where...
Yeah, mine's wanted with a big eye. I got scared at first because I thought it was Big Brother.
Oh,
that's a good point.
That intended eye.
That eye. I wonder whose eye that was. Aye.
Aye, Captain.
Well, it's
Aye,
blue,
okay.
so it's mine. Obviously.
If you are the eye of
Yeah.
Thorpe Park's new mini site, please write to us at talkthemeparks@gmail.com, which we have not checked for about 6 weeks.
I'm going on to my email now and writing in. I'm kidding. It's not me.
Who is the eye?
Behind the eye.
It's a shame it's not in London. Right. Do you reckon there's going to be a lot of Cockney actors in it? Like, you know.
Cockney.
Well, one of my
If
mates
it's London themed,
speculates that curved bit of tunnel that we've seen, bearing in mind that only about a third of the building is currently up, he sort of thinks there might be like an underground sort of thing in there because of the shape of the curves.
No shit. Haven't they based like the outer, in the plans? It looks like a station.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Like, is there a program I can use to print those badges if I can get a sheet of 35mm stickers? And I can make my own.
Yeah, Photoshop.
Because someone's already made their own Alton Towers ones.
I'll get Illustrator or something like that. I don't know.
If I can get a template, I'll just order some sheets and I'll make the images myself.
Yeah, probably. But why would you want to do that? I mean...
Just to have them on my lanyard and go, look, that's rare.
It says Mike Reeves on it.
It'll have Sonic's Spinball logo, but in the same font. But instead of Sonic, it'll say Knuckles.
It'll have the Sonic...
It'll have Knuckles there.
Knuckles pinball.
It'll have Knuckles and it'll have Smiler logo for eyes.
No, just get like 6 or 7 Smiler ones and put it all on your lanyard. Just walk in with it on show. I wonder if they'd take that off you or not.
What, and put June 2nd on them?
No, we'll say, trying to get you go, you can't wear those, so we don't want you to wear them because of the Smiler logo and stuff.
If you walk in with a Smiler hoodie, will they make you take it off?
No, I guess not because of Smiler stuff.
I've seen loads of people at Fort wearing a smile.
I see it all the time.
It really annoys me that he's acquired some level of fame from something that's nothing to do with him. He's not worked for it.
Some level of fame?
Well, he's got some notoriety, and everyone's like, oh, it's the Smiler guy, but it's like there are people that hate Sandbrook, but he's acquired notoriety from doing videos, and people like his videos. He's made an effort, whereas all he did was stood near a ride and decided to dress up like it. And everyone's like, oh, this guy's amazing. Oh, I've got to meet the Smiler. Yeah. And he's getting all these photos with people all the time, and I'm thinking, what has he actually done?
And the thing as well is that Sandbrook, like, he has his own channel, he works at towers, he's known for his mug collection, and he goes to loads of parks across the world.
He puts effort into his...
And he does the weekly show as well.
Subscribe.
I would.
Anyway, what's the second bit of these, Matt?
Okay, right, we got at least 2 other major stories to report on, both in the UK. Okay, first...
Is one the Oakwood trip that's happening at the weekend?
Sorry?
Is one of them the Oakwood trip that's happening at the weekend? Oh,
actually, it's not, but no. Mike and I, amongst other people from the Thorpe Park Mania forums, are going for an exciting weekend in Wales this coming weekend. We're going to...
I've never been to Wales.
Theme Park.
You've never been to Wales?
Yeah.
No, I've been to Sweden and all that other stuff, but I've never been to Wales.
I've not been to Sweden, but...
I hope you enjoy the free rides they have there that are decent.
I'm going to Cardiff as well.
It's my third visit to Wales. I first went back in '98 and I went 2 years ago.
98. That was a year after I was born. Fucking hell.
I was then. Now I feel old.
I will say something about Oakwood. I wish they could get rid of Tidal Wave at Thorpe and put Drenched in. That would be amazing.
Oh no, Drenched is a much better ride. The only thing Tidal Wave's better in is the theming and the immersive experience.
Theming? Hang on a minute.
What else is there on offer?
Well, it's in a swimming pool and it's got...
Apart from those 2 things, what else is there on offer?
A Tidal Wave has lots of good theming around it, like...
No, it doesn't. It's surrounded by loads of rides that got put around it because it's in the way and everything.
It has got like the water tower, the fireball, the...
I understand what he means.
The fireball that doesn't have any fire.
It used to, but it hasn't really worked for the last 10 years.
Yeah, because they took out the gas canisters because of stealth.
Oh, yeah, Blackpool. There's some potentially exciting news on that. It's kind of unconfirmed at the moment, but
it's just a bloody Land Rover with a thing on the back tyre, the spare tyre, saying the Blackpool Experience 2017.
It's technically it's Project 2017, and there's a lot of speculation over this because the word project, brackets year, has been used at least twice in the past. Project 94 was the big one, and then Project 2000 was Valhalla. And seeing that they haven't had a major ride now for about 15 years, minus some fusion, or a major roller coaster now for about nearly 22 years since the big one. It's well overdue of another major ride that's happening. And I think because they're doing a ride every 2 years at the moment. I mean, this year we saw Skyforce in 20...
Can I just stop you there, right? They had the development of Nickelodeon Land, which cost a lot of money. And I actually, when I walk into Nickelodeon Land, I'm really impressed. If only the rest of the park looked as good as that looks.
Do you want to hear a story about Nickelodeon Land?
Go on, Mike.
First time I went a couple of years ago, I think it was a couple of years ago, I walked in and I was impressed. And I walked around and I saw that Krusty Krab ride, but I didn't realise it was a ride to begin with.
Yeah.
And I walked over, I was like, oh my god, they've redone the Krusty Krab as a restaurant. And this is going to be awesome, we're going to go in. And then I walked closer, it was a ride. I was like, they missed out on the biggest opportunity there. They could have just redesigned an actual restaurant that looked like the Krusty Krab.
Instead they just put a pizza pasta where Space Invaders used to be, which is a brilliant dark ride.
Yeah, exactly.
They should just get rid of the Space Invaders and put a Krusty Krab restaurant, and while they're at it, destroy the old facade of Space Invaders, because it's just a sort of reminder of the past. And I think removing any proof of old rides that are there, apart from minor touches like milestones and the like, they should just be done away with, because that's the only way they can go forwards.
Well, the only way they can build anything big is if they get rid of something at Blackpool now. There's no room left in that place.
Mm.
They're going to have to take Avalanche. I said this, like, Revolution and Avalanche now, the past their heyday, they need to just get rid of it, and they could put something amazing in the middle of that park. Like a Gerstauer or a Eurofighter or something, just something in the middle.
I don't think Avalanche should be going anywhere for a while. To be honest with you, I think Revolution, because it had that big refurbishment a few years ago and stuff, I don't think Revolution's going anywhere for a little while yet. I mean, I think if any of the coasters are going to go, well, it won't be a big one, obviously, but it could be Grand National maybe, because of it's getting a lot of problems. So we could be seeing an extensive refurbishment or the OMC treatment. Probably not for a while, but if it continues to age badly, maybe the next development after Project 2017, if it's a thing.
I hope to God that it isn't one of them Marichon like Thunderbolt, because that seems to be the big thing to do by the seaside at the moment, everywhere. I mean, there was even a contest on those limits to like do one of them rides like Thunderbolt in New York. New York, where they've got Thunderbolt by the beach, and there's another place that was having it in the UK from this competition. And I hope to God that Blackpool go, nah, we're going to do something different. We're not going to do what everyone else does, which they genuinely do. But they do it in their own way, don't they?
Yeah. I personally think if Project 17 actually happens, there's been a lot of rumours around of Miss T. Thompson having talks or visits with the Mack family or things like that. I know there's been a good relation anyway, because some of the rides at Blackpool are made by Mack, but a lot of indication implies that the next big thing at Blackpool could well be a Mack launch or mega coaster.
See, when I was talking about the middle of the park there where Revolution and Avalanche is, they could put a Mack there. I would not be sad if they put like something like Helix in, like a smaller version of Helix.
Yeah.
But starting from where the monorail station was, and going down into the dip over the train and round where Avalanche is. There's a massive area there.
I think, I have heard of it being around the old monorail station area and having designs along the lines of a bit like Helix and Stealth at Fort Park. One thing I have possibly heard in a rumour is that the go-karts and the steeplechase might be going if Project 17 happens. This is only rumour.
That's interesting. But that's one of the most iconic rides at Blackpool, the steeplechase. I think it'll go around it, but I think the maze and the other areas that aren't used as much.
Yeah. I actually meant the go-karts, I think, will be going.
Where are the go-karts?
The go-karts are near steeplechase.
Oh, yeah, but I think if they got rid of that and the maze, they would have area to go round the steeplechase and back round to the go-kart area.
From underneath
it. Yeah, underneath it. Like, it could go over the big ones. It could go over the big one, and it could wrap around Nickelodeon Streak as well. So
I think it has a lot of potential, and I think the go-kart rumour and the monorail station being plots for where this coast is going to be do sound pretty realistic. I mean, if it's anything like Helix, which I will hopefully be experiencing properly next year, it's looking very likely. I'm very excited for Blackpool for getting this.
Beaten or not?
River Caves, that's pretty good.
It's very good for its time. It's a very historical ride.
Yeah, it is. It's brilliant.
It's no Pirates of the Caribbean, but I do like it.
That didn't sound convincing.
When
you said it was brilliant.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant.
It's brilliant if you're a kid and you don't know what's going on. A bit like Alice in Wonderland, that is just trippy.
Alice in Wonderland is a great fun ride.
And they played the Willy Wonka theme.
That is just so nostalgic.
I got a golden ticket. Hang on a minute. Are we in Alice in Wonderland, or are we going in the chocolate factory? I don't know what's going on.
Between 2004 to, let's kind of say, pre-Nickelodeon land, the park was in big decline. We saw rides closed left, right and centre, and none of them being replaced.
Have they got more engineering staff? I noticed they've got a lot more ride-ups. When I went, there was a lot more hovering about, attendance. Seems like they've employed a lot more staff this year, as opposed to when we went, Mike.
Maybe they have more money.
Well, that's it. I think that Nickelodeon land has given them, it's brought...
Would you say Nickelodeon land is quite wild?
I like the Airbender, the disco coaster. That's awesome.
Would you say it's quite wild?
No.
Just say the word wild.
Why?
Just say it.
Wild.
And talking about wild, what about the new ride at Chesterton?
Oh!
Yeah, I was about to mention that. According to Chesterton Buzz, there has been some new things appearing on the current 2015 Chesterton map. Well, one of those things, first of all, is that it says new ride for 2016 around Cobra and Peking Heights. It's difficult to say, actually, whether the ride is going to actually be in Mystic East or Wild Asia. I personally think Wild Asia, because the only area that could really put it in Mystic East is where those game things are, and even then there wouldn't be a lot of space. The only sort of Towers ride that's sort of world-beating class is Nemesis. The other rides, with the exception of Rita, are very good, but they're not in the same league as Nemesis.
That's what I'm saying, though. The UK, we've got the big one in the 90s, and we got Nemesis in the 90s. They are amazing rides, and the showstoppers. But since then, we've not really had anything. That is... You go to a park and you think, oh, God, get on that. Straight
Swarm's very good.
What?
Swarm.
The Swarm was good for the first couple of years, but now it's... When I go to Fort Park now, I just think...
They got that unique conversion at the start, and then all of them started having that.
Yeah. Well, X-Flight actually had that as well, right? But it didn't invest.
Yeah, because it was a Europe's first.
Yeah.
Not a world's first.
Oh, well. The thing is, we need to step up. And we need to stop going for all, themes and effects. We just need to build a beast of a ride. Look at Cedar Point. They were like, right, we've got Millennium Force, that's a big ride. Tell you what, we'll just build another beast Top Fuel dragster in the middle of the park. You don't get that sort of thinking in the UK.
No, I think Blackpool hopefully might start kind of doing it to a lesser extent when they get more money, but not quite on that scale.
Well, yeah. There was talks about a... what do you call it? A strata coaster going up the front, weren't there? Like, going out to the front of the park, and then... Next season, I'm going to step it up on Coaster Gen, because...
Are you going to the Legoland meet in September? Mate?
If I can get there on the Saturday, I will go for the Legoland one. I won't be able to do Sunday because I'm working.
How was the gig, by the way?
Oh yeah, it was alright. It was just a very relaxed gig and stuff. Lots of interesting acts and interesting people, really, but it was good fun.
Because Luke plays music as well.
Yeah, but I'm not in a band anymore. I've gone into the filming production area of music now. I'm actually just filmed a band recently called Cloud Atlas. Check them out on YouTube. They're brilliant.
Did they get their name from a movie, by any chance?
They've had that name for a long time, before the movie. They're like a prog rock...
You could suggest they change it to Essex Refugees.
WC16.
I'm taking that. Essex Refugees.
Or Refugees of Essex.
I'm going to pitch to Starbucks that should be the name of the new donuts.
Luke, I've already made it. I've made it as a band. Okay. Sorry. And I've trademarked it.
Fantastic.
I've just got the email through.
I'll get on joinmyband.com later and ask for some members to join.
Is that an actual site?
Yeah, Join My Band. Yeah, go on and.
Is there a Rate My Band as well?
Rape.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. I'm just searching.
I was going to say.
.co.uk.
Yeah. So is that it? News done.
I think so. Yeah.
I think that's generally done for now. I mean, yeah.
So, is that how we're ending it? Or...
And of course, I think on the next one, we should probably have your review on what you thought of Oakwood theme park in Wales.
Yeah, so tune in next week for the review of Mike Reeves of Oakwood. And
if we've got an internet connection and something to go on the internet with, we can do the podcast when we're there in the evening.
Oh, it's an exclusive.
Yeah. And
it depends if someone takes a laptop or an iPad or something.
Yeah.
And I shall hopefully finally be getting back on the coaster at least once that I lost my wooden coaster virginity to.
Megaphobia?
Yep, that's the first wooden coaster I ever did.
I love it when he tells a story about his wooden virginity.
Oh, there's going to be quite a lot of mentions of that on the Friday and Saturday, Mike, so watch updates for that.
I'll be there when you to watch them.
There's going to be quite a amusing opener to the vlog as well, but we'll see.
Did you watch my vlog yet?
I'll watch that this evening. I've been out and about today, so yeah.
Right, thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for listening to Luke and Matt and James and Mike.
Yeah, cheers for listening.
Share the link and then watch it again.
Bye then.
Bye-bye.
Adios, amigos.
Have a safe journey now, guys.
Avoid the M56.
Yeah. Don't watch Karate Kid more than once.
And also avoid the M20 because of Operation Stack.
And remember, always paint the fence.